But I snuck into a deployment in 2010, which I kind of got a little bit of trouble for.
How did you sneak into a deployment?
So in Germany, it was still an open wound, and they had a wound vac on it. And if you look at the pictures, like there's like my whole body's black and blue because I bled out internally, right? So like everything. I remember I was in Germany and I was real high on meds, and I called our warrant officer on the team, black guy. Yeah, my junk is darker than yours right now. So, and it's just this massive wound, and you can actually I'd bled out so much, it created so much pressure that it broke all the muscles apart. So you could actually put your hand like in there, and the muscles just were destroyed. So I get back, I still got this wound back. It took another week for them to do a couple more surgeries and then sew it back together. So I was in the hospital back in the States for about a week, and it was on a weekend, and I'd called all of our sports psychs, our trainers, and our dietitian that I use. They all met me in the hospital room. I was like, here's what we're going to do. And they come with a plan. I'm going to return to combat. On this trip, I'm going to return to combat. No way. The neurosurgeon was like, hey, it's going to take at least a year, right, for you to really regain the use of your arm. And with that much blood loss, that's going to be problematic. Not to mention your leg, right? They came in, we created a dietary plan. We created like, okay, this is how many times a week the sports psych's can come work with me while we're working with the physical trainer. So I had the last surgery, and 2 days later, I was in the gym training with, I think I had 2 drainage tubes sticking out of me. Maybe it was only one. Training up, and I would go there, and there was a CrossFit gym. I was buddies with the member or the owner, so I'd also go in there and do. I wasn't doing CrossFit obviously, but I would use his gym to do stuff in the evening, and ended up 2 months later. There's a photo of me deadlifting 500 pounds, and I'm back into combat. And I wasn't supposed to go back. I actually got in trouble for that too. I had a few beers and was on a lot of pain meds when I still had the tube sticking out of me. And I was talking to the group's CSM. He's like, Chuck, he's like, you need to quit. He's like, you're not coming back here. It's a red line. Nobody's going to let you back in the country. But I was feeling the way I was feeling. I was like, check it out. I was like, unless you put guards at every airport, right, I'm going to take a civilian flight to Germany. I'm going to take a week off. I'm going to just hang out in the town. And I'm going to a little bit of R&R. And then I'm going to hop on a medevac bird that's coming back in the country. And I'm going to link back up with the team. And he's like, no, you're not. And then there's some cussing there. I was like, well, that's what the fuck I'm going to do, right? And that's exactly what I did end up doing. And when I got there, I was on the tarmac, and they were not happy to see me. And they were like, look, you're here. It's obviously a testament to the Thor 3 program, right? Like our recovery program. So that's good. Go back out to the fire base. You just can't go back on a combat mission. End up also getting back on a combat mission. The last mission, one of my good friends who runs selection out, his team was ripping out with ours. And I forgot what we put as my name on the con op. Maybe a couple names. I don't know. Something was different to where I was able to go out on that mission. They also weren't happy about that. But
so, how much time transpired from when you got medevaced until you were back in country on a mission?
About 2 months. And I probably shouldn't deploy because I didn't have full use of this, like in this motion here.
Yeah.
For probably about 8 months. But it was good. I could still shoot. I could do everything. But, if it came to the point where we were having to like go over a bunch of walls, I might have been a liability at that point in time. So it probably wouldn't recommend that course of action. Anybody. It's probably pretty stupid. But in my mind, I was like, man, I gotta get back for the team. I can't like be showing weakness here. Like, obviously the team would have been fine without me. But in my head, I'm like, no, I gotta go do this.
Yeah. Was it at that point when you're back in country on combat operations, were you still in a ton of pain?
Yeah, that thing hurt for
your arm mostly, or your leg?
I mean, even to this day, there's like 20-30% of the muscles that don't work back there. I had a couple years ago to go back and we had to rebuild everything, relocate the bicep tendon. So I think I did that.
That's been done, or it still has?
Yeah, I did that in 2021. Yeah, I just 7 weeks ago I had my 34th and final surgery due to job-related injuries, which is a bilateral hernia repair, and then I got this new hip 6 months ago. I got this one a year ago, and I got my back fused about 2.5 years ago, and that was all due to the back was due to the bullet lodging in the lower back. Had to get L4 and L5 fused. It just did a lot of damage, and these were due to when I got blown up in 08. It destroyed my hips. They were dead. Left side was already collapsed. So,
is that bullet still in you?
No, they actually took it out in Germany.
Yeah. Do you have it?
No, they wouldn't let me keep it. It'd be cool if they would, but no, we can't let you keep this.
Fuck that. They should have let you keep it.
They showed it to me.
Yeah. That's gnarly, man.